Hello everyone, and welcome back to another fire alarm video on my system. As you can see, I'm not at the panel, I'm not at the cool point that's actually wired up. I'm on the demo wall, finally with another demonstration, this time of the Cooper Fulleon manual cool point. Now, one thing to note is just the kind of, either the screen on this new phone or the camera isn't picking up the colour properly on the cool point. It's actually a much darker colour than it may appear. Also a bit richer. Not to say it's a bad camera or that it's a bad cool point, just to note. Although for some reason it does show that one perfectly and that one perfectly. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But let's get started. So this cool point currently has the recessable element in. This is available with both recessable and glass options. In fact, when you first buy the box, it comes with, of course, a cool point back box, screws, key, everything you might want, but it also includes both glass and recessable, which I think is a really nice touch, although it might create a bit more waste. So with the recessable element in, to activate the cool point, you simply press down, and one corner of the cool point will, or the element will move downwards, exposing a yellow strip there. To reset it, it's very simple. You simply take the key, which does resemble that of the old style KEC, simply push it up all the way. The glass or recessable element definitely, will move slightly, and then when you remove it, it is completely reset. However, one thing I have found with other types of these cool points, such as the one on the far end of the system underneath the Roshni VAD, it's that these are often, especially when you've used them a bit more, very difficult to reset. So you will press this and you will reset it, and then as you're trying to remove the key, the cool point will just slip right back down and you can't put the key back in. You'll have to actually open up the cool point and push this little bit back up, which means that these cool points may not last very long on a system. Although, of course, because I actively go around testing my system and I test it quite frequently, this kind of wear may happen quite a lot more slowly. So as I mentioned earlier, you are actually able to change out the recessable element glass, and so in order to do this, you simply take this end of the key, which has two prongs on the bottom, align it up with the two slots on the bottom of this cool point, push right up with the key and pull the bottom of the cover out. The rest of the cool point should come with it, and that exposes the switch, the actual LED, and the element, which you can simply slide out. And it's this spring which actually causes the defect in older ones of these cool points. So if you want to put the glass in, you simply put it in as you would with any other cool point. It is that easy. Not with one hand though. Use two hands. And then once you put the cover back on, it's ready to use. And to test these cool points, you simply put the key in the bottom as you would if you were resetting it. The glass moves down like that. But then to stop the test, simply take the key out, and it's completely reset, completely ready. You can go reset the panel or test another cool point. Now I'm just going to show you the terminals on this cool point. Now they're very easy to use, but they're not the easiest of any cool point. I found that to be either the Global Fire Equipment or KAC manual cool points, just because you're able to wire those up before you actually put the MCP on, so you can wire up the block and then insert it in the back of the MCP. But not with this one, which is a shame, but not every cool point is perfect. One thing to note is that you can actually store the screws in the MCP unit like that if for any reason you weren't using them. So this is the back. It's got a common 470 and 680. Now I haven't actually tried wiring it both ways, but given that that is an LED, it's either going to need some sort of rectifier, or it just might not work with a certain polarity. So do check before you install. I've actually lost all of my installation manuals, so I do not actually know myself. So despite some of the drawbacks this cool point may have, they're still very popular, very common, especially amongst conventional unaddressable Cooper systems, but the conventional models can be found with pretty much any conventional panel, especially where I am in the UK. There are a lot of much smaller buildings with very small conventional systems, and many of the newer ones tend to use either these or new style KAC. So they're very common, especially in my area, although I have actually yet to see an addressable one of these near me. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.